Hey.
Nothing's getting by me, sir.
Excuse me.
Got the area covered.
Look, unless you want me to stick you on top of the railroad's Christmas tree, let's go.
I'm thinking next time I go to town, I'll dress up as a Mr. Handy. If I pull that off, I'll be a legend.
Doc Carrington's been asking for you.
Ah, good, you're here. There's been a development. A raider gang has captured one of our agents, codenamed Blackbird. The twist is, we thought he was already killed at Augusta Safehouse. Desdemona clings to the far-fetched hope that A, Blackbird is alive, and B, he can tell us what happened to the synths held at Augusta when it fell. So she wants you to tackle this fool's errand.
Is it really a fool's errand?
If you chain too many assumptions together, you rarely get what you bargain for. I doubt we'll find more than a body. The dead drop has the full briefing. Raiders aren't known for keeping their captors alive. But since you're risking your neck, good luck.
Hi.
Hey, you. You the new heavy? Wanderer, right?
In the flesh. Nice to meet another agent.
Likewise. Anyone crazy enough to join us is okay in my book. So the switchboard was crawling with bad guys. Mines and shit too. Any of that true? Or was Deacon bullshitting me again?
I didn't do it alone, but yeah, that's about the size of it.
That's hardcore. How'd you take down the old HQ? Please tell me you didn't go along with Deacon's in and out like a ghost crap.
Let's just say we found flaws in the facility's defenses and exploited them.
I guess that's one way of doing it. Well, welcome to the party. After what happened to Tommy Whispers, we need another tough son of a bitch that can get shit done.
Thanks for inviting me.
We should, I don't know, bake a cake? 'Cause that's what you do, right? They call me Glory, the Angel of Death, the ass-kicking poster child of a liberated synth.
So you're a synth?
That's what the Made in the Institute stamp on my ass says.
I have a lot of questions about synths, about the Institute. Would you be willing to answer a few?
If I have to. I know a whole lot less than you think. Mainly, I did surface detail, combing over ruins and shit for salvage. The few times I was in the Institute proper, all I was to them was their thinking, feeling hammer.
That sounds demeaning.
You could say that. I helped those assholes make more synths. Synth development is what they called it.
I could use specific details about these guys.
Talking about this ain't easy. There's one thing you need to know. No matter what Dez and others say, synths ain't human. We're assembled bone by bone, muscle by muscle. I've seen it. I'm gonna hit the range. I need to shoot something. Now.
Sorry, Tinker Tom's got me doing... something.
Setting human-machine interface to 100%. Good evening, Agent. My data indicates Mercer Safehouse has been established. Reward dispensed. Further help is required. I have the location of a Black Ops cache. It contains supplies our organization needs. Railroad Alpha has asked for you to secure the cache from any hostiles in its vicinity.
Tell me about the mission.
The cache is hidden in compliance with tactical counter-surveillance protocols. This RFID device will locate and unlock the cache upon close proximity.
How does this device work?
The device is calibrated to identify you as Colonel Johnson of the Defense Intelligence Agency. Colonel Johnson is authorized to access all DIA military ordnance in the region, designated Commonwealth. You only have to secure the cache. Runners will transport contents on a separate timetable. Terminating human-machine interface.
Hi.
I was power napping and whammo, it hit me. Got some ideas on how to kit out Deliverer. Make your super badass gun even more, well, more. So check out my stock.
Show me what you got.
Okay, here's what I got.
Hi.
Hey there. Something I can help you with?
What's the story with this place?
Well, for starters, my name's Chuck Finley. Part of a group of outcasts from the Brotherhood of Steel. We're from the DC area. We call ourselves the Brotherhood of Gold, and this bunker is our home in the Commonwealth.
Why did you leave the Brotherhood in the first place?
It's complicated, but the short version is, the Brotherhood of Steel started out on the West Coast, shortly after the Great War, and its original mission was to hoard pre-war technology. A little over 30 years ago, the Brotherhood sent a group east to explore. And well, that group eventually settled in the DC wasteland, which is where most of the crew here grew up. Our leader was a man named Owen Lyons. So, in addition to acquiring technology, Lyons believed it was important to be a good neighbor and help out the local community, which eventually didn't sit well with most of the other Brotherhood. You see, we were involved in a massive project to provide clean drinking water to the DC wasteland, and, well, that's a long fucking story. Over time, more and more of the members of the East Coast Brotherhood chapter began to view assisting the DC community as a waste of our resources. Then Owen Lyons died. Let's just say shit got interesting after that. A few years passed and there was a power struggle, and ultimately our choices were to follow the 16-year-old mini Hitler who was appointed elder by the West Coast Brotherhood, or to leave for greener pastures. Most people stayed, we chose to leave. That was 4 years ago. We headed northeast to the Commonwealth and been making a living here ever since.
What are you guys doing out here?
We're on a bit of a crusade. We're here to champion the cause of the innocent, the helpless, the powerless. You know, in a world full of criminals who operate above any law. Now listen, sorry about that. Our entertainment options here are kind of limited. We end up watching a lot of Knight Rider reruns. But to answer your question, you could say we're like the Brotherhood of Steel, but without the whole, Nazi vibe. We generally believe that all sentient humanoids have a right to exist. So we don't start fights with others just because their skin or DNA is a little different than ours. Except feral ghouls. Fuck those guys. And come to think of it, most super mutants too. Bunch of bitchy little girls. Anyway, we mostly do mercenary work to pay the bills, hostage rescue, wild animal control, escort some travelers to and from major trading hubs, shit like that. We try not to be evil. And of course, we search and accumulate as much technology as we can.
You're in charge?
Me? Oh, hell no. I might be the oldest, but no one's actually really in charge. We came from a strict hierarchy with the Brotherhood of Steel, and we all saw how great that turned out. The chain of command was so inefficient it would get us all killed if we tried that bullshit here. You see, according to traditional Brotherhood rules, everything has to run through proper channels. Theoretically, if an elder is taking a dump and runs out of toilet paper, well, then there's a scribe in the stall next to him. The elder isn't technically allowed to ask the scribe directly for the toilet paper. Oh no. He's got to run the request through several levels of command just to wipe his own ass. It's a goddamn ridiculous example, but you get the point. We're a small enough group and we don't need a formal hierarchy fucking us up. If someone has a mission, they recruit a team from within our ranks and then they become leader for that mission. For internal disputes over stuff like who took so-and-so's yogurt from the fridge, well, a neutral arbitrator or jury of peers typically settles those little bullshit scenarios.
I wanted to ask you about something else.
Okay, shoot.
How can I get in?
Well, obviously we don't let just anyone in. The only reason you made it through the front door is our scouts spotted you a mile away and radioed in that you matched the description of the person who's been taking out raiders lately. So we turned off the turrets and figured we'd give you an audience. We work on a you scratch my back, I'll scratch yours system here. If you want in, you gotta do something for us first.
So, what did you have in mind? I'm gonna need some more in the way of details.
The job is to retrieve a weapon for one of our brothers. As background, we do a fair amount of work transporting traders and patrons to and from Fusion City. It's a goddamn dangerous job providing transportation through the glowing sea, but it does pay well. One of our crew goes by the name Grabthar. Well, he got denied entrance to Fusion City after taunting the guards there, and they confiscated his weapons and supplies. Anytech, the security division at Fusion City, never really formally charged Grabthar with anything, but the items they confiscated ended up being sold at one of their public auctions. And one of the items they took was Grabthar's sledgehammer. That weapon has a lot of serious sentimental value to Grabthar since it was given to him by his late brother Warvin right before he died.
Get to the point. What do you need?
Right. So Anytech holds public auctions every now and then, and that's where they sell their confiscated property. I think the last one was over at the church in Nantic Banks. Anyway, head over to Nantic Banks and see what you can find out about the auction and track down the sledgehammer. Bring the weapon back to me and we'll see about letting you in the bunker. Deal?
Sure, why not?
Alright, I'll mark the location of the church on your map.
Hey, I got something important to say. I really appreciate you putting up with my bullshit. Truth is, it's been a long time since I've had a friend. I'm a liar. Everyone knows it. I make no secret of it. Because the truth is, I'm a fraud. To my core. When I was young, a hell of a long time ago, I was, well, scum. I was a bigot. A very violent bigot.
Were you really that bad?
Worse than that. I ran with a gang in University Point. We called ourselves the UP Death Claws. For kicks, we'd terrorize anyone we thought was a synth. We kept egging each other on. Started with some property damage, graduated to some beatdowns, then, inevitably, a lynching. The Claw's leader was convinced we'd finally found and killed the synth. Looking back, I'm not so sure.
You killed someone?
That one was enough for me. It was his eyes. Those eyes haunt me. It's bulging. So I turned my back on my brothers, broke all contact. Time passed, I became a farmer, if you can believe that. Then, one day I found someone. She saw something in me I didn't know was there. Barbara, well, she just was.
What was she like?
She had a smile like on those old magazine covers. Her eyes... We were trying for kids, eking out a living. Then one day, it turns out my Barbara, she was a synth. She didn't know that. I certainly didn't. I don't know how the Deathclaws found out, but there was blood.
Shit. I'm sorry.
I don't remember much clearly after that. I know I killed most of the Claws. I must have made a big impression. The Railroad contacted me figuring I'd be sympathetic, seeing that I lost my wife. And, well, what I did afterwards...
The Railroad let you in? Even though you were once in the Deathclaws?
So many years had passed, I don't think anyone, well, except for the Claws, knew that. All they knew is, someone fought back. I don't even know why I lie anymore. But I can't tell the truth. Everyone, Tom, Dez, you, even that asshole Carrington, they deserve to be on the Railroad. I don't. I'm everything wrong with this whole fucking Commonwealth. You're the only friend I got. I don't deserve you being okay with this. Hell, I'm not even asking for it. But I figured you should know.
Hey, everyone's got a past. The important thing is you're trying to make up for it. I'm still on your side.
I'm not the hugging type. So, yeah. Good talk. If we take out the Institute someday, I wonder what we'd do. Hell, Synth's got it bad enough even without him. It'd keep us busy.
Hey,
Sure, I can help you out. You know, I'm having second thoughts on the whole recall code. Wait, you read it, didn't you?
why shouldn't I read it?
Just in case it gets stuck in your head. You know, like if I say Radroach. Now, don't think of Radroach. See? You thought of it. And if it's a real simple code, then one slip and goodbye, Deacon. Anyway, only read it if you have to.
I told you Sanctuary would grow. The site never lies.
Mama Murphy.
Got some mentats for me? See where the site takes us this time?
Maybe later.
It's always here if you need it.
Whoa, whoa. Nice try.
Something's ghosting us.
Go to me, Boots. Whoa, whoa. You hear that? That's more like it. How's it feel getting your arse kicked by a girl? Bastard! easy. I don't ask for much. Just need a full body
Someone
and
there!
some bones to break.
Come on! Let's play!
Hate being messed with like this.
Out there, somewhere. Hello?
Oh no, you don't. More often.
Heard about Walter? Him and his whole crew got expired over a moment.
Excuse me.
You look like someone needs a drink.
Any news around town?
It's the Gunners. We caught a group of them sneaking around a few days ago and had a bit of a dust-up.
What's on your mind?
Good scavenging and busted robots, if you know what you're doing.
I'll take a look, sure.
Let me know what you'd like.
Telling them we're running low on supply. Need to take more risks. Caravan ain't that well covered.
Hey, are you the plumber?
Of course. What's on your mind?
Thanks for finally showing. The bathroom is downstairs. It's been out of order since we first opened. It looks like most of the pipes are gonna need replacement. Folks around here are getting fed up about heading outside each time to do their business. Last week, one of our guys, little Joey, headed outside to take a shit. Then Deflo showed up and tore him a new one. Don't get me wrong, I never really liked Joey, but as you can probably imagine, incidents like that aren't particularly good for business, if you know what I mean. Anyways, glad you're here. It'll be nice to get this place fully operational. So, do you need anything before getting started?
What's the story with this place?
Never been to a raider bar before, huh? We used to hang out over at Club Fusion, but we got banned. Bunch of oversensitive cunts running that place. So, we hang out here now. If you ask me, we're better off.
Tell me about yourself.
My name is Sam. Sam Cruel. I'm originally from Sweden. The family got pretty bad over there when I was a kid, so my family took a boat to the States. If they'd known in advance how brutal life in the Commonwealth could be, I doubt they would have made the same choice. They were killed in a super mutant raid when I was 13. We're running with this gang ever since. It's my job to keep tabs on settlements and other raider groups in these parts. Got a network of informants I used to keep our guys busy. Also useful when you need to find a plumber.
Just looking for something?
And I'm betting you know right where to find it.
Check with Vadeva downstairs. It sells weapons and armor. Also some weird shit. I tried not to ask too many questions. It's worth talking to if there's any goods you want to fence, but don't let the cheerful demeanor fool you. He's a stone cold killer. You get on his bad side, he won't just kill you, he'll fuck your corpse. And worst part, he won't even cuddle with it afterwards.
Keep telling him we're running low on supply. Need to take more risks. Caravans ain't that well guarded.
I must have a concussion. Fucking seeing things.
Guess they'll let anyone in here now, won't they?
Hey, sexy bees.
What's the story with this place?
A few months back, the raiders were causing too many problems at Club Fusion, so Fusion City implemented various security measures to keep them out. But that didn't change the fact that raiders still need a place to get drunk, let loose, and stare at titties all night. So I set up shop here and opened a raider bar.
What kind of things do you sell?
Almost anything and everything I could get my hands on. Rare artifacts, slutty outfits, you name it.
Nice to meet a friendly face.
Probably not what you expected walking into a raider bar, huh?
You're in charge?
Yeah, I run the place.
I wanted to ask you about something else.
Okay.
I'm looking around for something. And I'm betting you know right where to find it. Here you go. Check it out.
Oh yeah, the sledgehammer, I have that. The sledgehammer isn't for sale though.
Please. I was told you could help me.
Tell you what, there's another weapon I'm trying to acquire. Track it down for me and I'll trade you the sledgehammer for it.
I can see where this is going.
The weapon I'm looking for is a dildo bat. About a month ago, some guy walked in here desperate for caps and pawned off a bunch of stuff. It was mostly low value stuff, so I didn't think to examine the dildo bat carefully. I sold the bat to a guy named Will for 20 caps. A couple days later, another customer comes in asking for the bat. Of course, I asked him why on earth would he want to buy a dildo bat. He says because there's a treasure map hidden in the tip. I asked him what the map was too, and after some convincing, he confessed it was the map and access code to the treasure of Jamaica Plain.
Wait. Were you just playing a joke on me?
If we could find the treasure of Jamaica Plain, that would get this place fully operational. So what do you think? Are you up for tracking down that dildo bat?
Yeah, I guess.
The guy I sold the bat to lives in a bus just north of Fort Hagen, Red Rocket. Good luck out there.
What the hell gang you with anyway?